And today we're about to cross the border with... My name is Leah, and my partner Quentin and I are traveling across the Americas on motorcycles, from the Arctic Ocean in Canada to Patagonia in Argentina. We spent the first year slowly crossing North America, Canada, the United States and Mexico. We are now in Central America. After 3 months in Guatemala and 1 month in Belize, we are back on the road, still heading south. At least that was the original plan. But plans have a funny way of shifting when you're living on the road. It rained all night long and quite a lot. We had a very violent storm. It actually even rained inside. But now it's quiet, but it's still raining. It's raining non-stop for hours, and I think it won't stop for the whole day. And we have quite a lot of road today, so you're gonna get wet. As I was saying, we're about to leave Hopkins, where we spent 2 weeks, and we have quite a lot of road. We won't do everything today. Tonight we'll spend another night somewhere in Belize, and tomorrow we'll cross a new border, and that might surprise you. I don't want to tell you just yet, to keep a little bit of suspense, but yeah, that might surprise you, because that surprised me as well, actually. So yeah, I'll show you that. It stopped raining just in time for us to pack on dry bags. Lucky, and hopefully we're still lucky. Okay, I'm just curious to know if, at this point in the video, you've already guessed our destination. I think I have the paper. Is it asleep? Yes. I think that means Insurance Corporation of Belize. I don't know. Did you take him? Okay. By the way, okay. Thank you. Hello.
A lot of people get confused.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at the putting maps and stuff. That's why I can't. Barbara is
Thank
the
you for
one
picking us.
Yeah.
So we just arrived in our little Airbnb, which is very nice, and I can't believe we're dry, well, except for the sweat. But I can't believe it didn't rain on us today. We're happy. Now it's time for the shower. And good morning. We are now in Orange Walk, which is way up north of Belize, and today we're about to cross the border with Mexico because we decided to go back in Mexico. It's actually based on a mistake. Let me explain. We thought we could cross the Darien Gap, you know, like the gap between Panama and Colombia where there's no road, by boat because it used to be possible. This trip is quite dangerous, so I just wanted to wait for the good sailing period, which is between December and February. And we had two options. Either we would do it this year, so we would have to rush a little bit to get there. It was possible, but we had to rush. And as you know, we don't like rushing at all. Either we had to wait for the next good sailing season, which is then in 2026, so we had to take as much time as possible in Central America. And we decided to do that. So for that we decided to go back in Mexico because that's one of the countries with the longest tourist visa. But we discovered that I think these boats don't operate anymore, probably because it's too dangerous. So we will have to fly or to use a cargo boat, which operates all year long, so we don't actually need to wait for winter to cross. But the thing is, when we took the decision thinking that we had to wait, when we took this decision to go back in Mexico, we were so happy. We were like, oh, we have to go back to Mexico, and like, oh yeah, that's cool, that's exciting. We really love that country. So when we discovered that the boats don't operate anymore, we decided to still go back to Mexico because we were so happy about that plan. So yeah, we're going back to Mexico. And I even made some plan to meet up with my brother in a few months, so we're going back to Mexico, and I'm very happy about that. But still stressed about the border crossing. I hope they're gonna be as smooth as the one entering Belize, but you never know. I cannot help it, I'm stressed about border crossing. So yeah, let's get ready, we have a border to cross. Thank you for everything! Bye! Well, you don't change a winning team. My microphone is still broken, so you won't get my ultra-patient commentary during this border crossing. We'll still spend a few hours there. Not the worst, but not the best either. But we are officially back in Mexico. I'll also spare you the 2-hour rides in a straight line in the rain to arrive directly in the small village of Mahahual in the state of Quintana Roo. Et voila, we are back in Mexico and I am super happy. We're in Mahahual, which is on the coast in the south of Quintana Roo, the state, only like 2 hours from Belize. I just realized that my microphone wasn't working. I thought I fixed it by switching the cameras, but no, the problem was from the microphone. So you don't have all the comments at the border, but it took us a little bit of time. 3 hours actually to cross the border because several problems. First we had they refused to give us another 6 months visa. Depends on the agent every time apparently. Okay. for the anecdote that the 5th time that I'm trying to film that video with these dogs around, so you might have some bugs. What I was saying, yeah, we couldn't have another 6 months visa. We have a 2 months visa, which is a little bit annoying because it will finish when my brother will be in Mexico to visit us, so it's not very practical. That means we're gonna have to leave Mexico and re-enter before going all the way to the west of the country where we'll meet my brother. So it's a little bit annoying, but we'll make that work. And also, yeah, it took forever just because our paper are very confusing. The insurance and the ownership on the same paper sheet, so it is always very confusing. And yeah, we took hours to cross that border, but we crossed and we are back in Mexico. Very happy to hear some Spanish again, to have Mexican prices again, and to have tacos again. And we'll stay a full week here in Maraguan to enjoy the place and work a little bit. And then we have time to explore both Quintana Roo, Yucatan, all this southeast part of Mexico that we didn't see at all the first time. Yeah, and we have a very cute Airbnb, even though it doesn't look very cute right now because we just did the laundry and we have clothes hanging everywhere because it was raining quite a lot. But it's a cute Airbnb that provides some bicycles, so we can go to the beach on bicycle and stuff. So very nice to stay here.
I hardly filmed anything in Mahawal. It rained and we worked. However, I finally did my first dive. I had given up on the idea in Belize because of the cost, but here it was possible and it was crazy. I don't know why, but I was sure I was going to love it. I could feel it. And I was right. It feels like entering another world. The coral reef here is the largest in the northern hemisphere. I don't have the words to describe what it feels like to swim among colorful fish, to breathe underwater, to see everything differently. It's funny, you return in a country you already know, and at the same time you open a door that will surely change the rest of your trip.
It stopped raining, the bags are almost all packed, and maybe we'll be lucky and stay dry for the 3 hours ride we have today. That would be nice. That would be nice. Do I believe in it? Yeah. We'll see. Do you have the size stand?
Well, I'll spare you the images of the road again. It's probably one of the most boring roads I've ever ridden on. Hours of straight roads with nothing to look at. But at the end of it is a town with a name that inspires dream. Tulum. We changed our habits a little and checked into a huge hostel for spring breakers. Well, it was cheap.
So we just arrived in Tulum, checking in this huge hostel, had some tacos, some coffee, and now we're taking the bike again because we want to visit ruins that are in town and on the beach. So 2 in 1, we're gonna see the ruins and go to the beach, and we'll probably extend our stay in Tulum because we might be able to do something very cool tomorrow. We'll see. So that was a bit of a fail. Everything was like way too expensive for us. We've seen on internet that the entrance to the ruins were something like $5,
but it was closer to 50 to go, and then even the access to the beach was paying. So we gave up and turned around, and then we're back at the hostel, and we're just gonna drink cocktails and enjoy the pools. I think that's the plans. Yes, cocktails plenty. Let's go. Swimming suits, don't want to have jeans on anymore.
Do you know what you want to drink for cocktail already or not yet?
It's no surprise, but Tulum isn't really my favorite place. It's too touristy, and you have to pay for everything, even access to the beach. But we're not here to go to the beach or sip cocktails by the pool. We wanted to dive into a cenote. So we set off for a double dive. The first is in a cenote. These natural freshwater wells are formed when limestone collapses, revealing an opening to the world below. The water is crystal clear. You can see everything. You float in a motionless light. You descend as if entering a sanctuary. The walls tell a story that is thousands of years old. The silence is total. All you can hear is your own breathing. It is beautiful in a strange way, as if the earth were offering a secret passage for those who dare to sleep inside. The second dive takes place in the reef. I had set foot there for the first time the week before, and here I am again, as if something were calling me back. We leave the gentle silence of the cenote for the immensity of the sea. The water becomes livelier, the light shifts, everything is bigger, more open, wild. Fish everywhere, swimming away and then returning as if in a perfectly rehearsed choreography. We move slowly and look at everything as if it were the first time. And at the same time, as if we were returning to a place we already knew. It's a strange feeling, several dives in a few days, and already the impression of having discovered a new rhythm, a new language, another way of being in the world. So no, that wasn't the planned route, but after traveling so much I realized that nothing ever goes according to plan. We thought we'd continue south, but we ended up back in Mexico. And in the end, it was good for us. This trip is going wherever it wants, with detours, with returns, and sometimes that's exactly what you need. I'll leave you with these last images. Thank you for watching the video, and thank you for your support, always so kind in the comments. Next week I'll be posting an exclusive video on Patreon, and I'll be back here very soon for the next chapter of the trip. Cheers.